So you probably can't see this candle, but on the candle is the Serenity prayer. And essentially it says, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So this meditation has two parts. So obviously the sentiments and the directions of this prayer are incredibly applicable to our current state. So the ability to know the difference between the things that we can change and the things that we can't change, and the courage to act upon that. So in our current state, we could apply this universally across the board. Grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change. That list is overwhelming, right? The things that we cannot change. Courage to change the things I can. So we can choose self-care. We can choose to meditate, that too. We can choose to meditate. We can choose to take care of ourselves. We can choose to come back to a place of center, a place of calm that we all know exists. And the wisdom to know the difference, the wisdom to be able to navigate that. When am I getting overwhelmed? When do I need a break? So this is kind of self-explanatory in our current situation. I'm going to take that a layer deeper, and then we'll practice. So in our meditation practice, this translates a little bit differently. So the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. What can we not change? We can't change our thoughts. We can't stop our thoughts. We cannot, change when they pop up and where in the content. That's what we cannot change in our meditation practice. And then the second part, the courage to change the things I can. Well, what can we change? We can change the way that we respond to those thoughts, absolutely. So a thought pops up, whatever it is, a fear thought, a resource thought. Do I have enough food? Do I have enough medication? Oh, I should have bought more rubbing alcohol. Should have bought more Clorox wipes. Those thoughts are going to come up. We can have the courage, and this takes practice, to respond to that thought differently, though in a way that is going to serve us. So that is the practice piece of our meditation. So instead of grabbing on like, oh man, at Costco I saw them, the roll of 6 Clorox wipes, why didn't I get them? I should have gotten them. I wonder if I can order them online. I wonder if they're back in stock online. And that spiral keeps going and going and going. Or we can say Clorox wipes. Okay, great. It's interesting that came up, and I'm going to come back to my breath or my mantra or whatever it is that is our modality to back away from that loop of chatter. And the last part, corresponds to this, the wisdom to know the difference. And that's also practice. When the thought comes up, this is a thought, yes. Can I change it? No. And how can I respond to it? You can choose to run away with it, or you can choose to come back to the practice. So this Serenity prayer, I think, has a lot to give us, especially given whatever it is we face this week, how our responsibilities have changed. So I'm going to read it one more time, and then I'm going to work into a meditation. So the Serenity prayer essentially says, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that is the wisdom to know the difference, for me anyway, is the practice. So come into your practice in a way that makes sense to you. We're going to check in with the 5 senses. So find a place where you can sit comfortably, Maybe even lean up against a wall, lie down, sit in a chair. And if you are so inclined, you can close the eyes. I'm comfortable closing the eyes, so I will, but if you're not, no big deal. Look at something out in front where you can lower your lids down about 3/4 and take a softer gaze. And we're gonna let the hands rest. And we're gonna let actually the whole body be supported and held by gravity, by the earth. So taking an inventory of your physical body, where can you allow it just to be held and supported? Where can you let gravity kind of take over and hold your shape on this planet? And then drawing your attention to your sense of touch. Where can you identify the outline of your physical body this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're watching this? Where can you identify where your body ends and the atmosphere, the air, the ethos begins? And can you identify any sounds? Can you welcome them in? Maybe it's the sound of your internal landscape, your internal body, or maybe it's the world around you. An invitation to swallow and notice the taste of your mouth. Most times it's sweet. Any smell that you can identify. And tap into your sense of sight for just a moment. Maybe it's the patterns behind your closed eyes. Maybe it's the detail that you can see as your gaze continues to soften. And as you're ready, invitation to deepen the breath. Take a breath in, bring it down into the low parts of the lungs. And as you exhale, exhale completely. Giving yourself time and space to do so. Inhaling fully. And exhaling completely. And in your own space and time, we're going to come into a Samariti breath. So an even inhale and an even exhale. And as we do that, the thoughts are going to pop up. They're going to pop up absolutely. And the invitation here is to not stop the thoughts, to not try to control the thoughts, to know that that's futile. The invitation here is to notice the thoughts, to be with them, to acknowledge them, whatever they are. And this can get sticky, because it might not always be sunshine and rainbows. So acknowledging the good thoughts, acknowledging the sticky, maybe even scary thoughts, and then coming right back to that breath, that nice even inhale and even exhale. So I'm going to start us off, and then you're going to take some time to explore this on your own. As you are ready, empty out the breath. And as you inhale, we're going to inhale for a count of 1, 2, 3. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3. So as you're ready, keep it going. Maybe your breath is a little bit faster. Maybe you inhale and exhale for 4 or 5 with a nice steady breath. Even waves. Sama means same. Riti means wave. So a nice even wave of breath. Finding your anchor point that you can come back to. So the thoughts are going to keep going. That is their nature. We cannot change it. But we can have the courage to keep practicing how we respond. And it is a practice. So 2 minutes, you're on your own. And if you get wrapped up in a thought and you notice that, congratulate yourself, that's amazing. Come right back to the breath. You noticed. So the thoughts aren't driving. Your intention is ready, slowly bring your awareness back to your physical body, back to where you're sitting, back to your 5 senses, welcoming any sounds, smells, taste, the sensation of your body. And then slowly, when you're ready, begin to open the eyes, noticing what you notice. Maybe taking a full round of breath to just focus on one object. And then coming back to the start of the rest of your day. So the definition of mindfulness is paying attention on purpose, with non-judgmental awareness to whatever arises in our landscape. And I think that works almost synonymously with this invitation to prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So maybe practicing this a couple times throughout the day, just taking a few moments to yourself and just noticing what's coming across your field of awareness. What can you change? Can you change the way you respond? As always, I wish you so much peace and stillness and much gratitude that we have each other to walk with on this path.